Oh, Lord. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm feeling good today. Okay. Wait a minute. I just want to make sure that I can hear myself. Yeah, I think I can hear myself. I can even hear from the outside. Where's Goody? Goody. Where are you tonight? I can hear myself. I can even hear from. Okay. Tonight, it's all about the ultimatum. Now, if you watch Netflix, if you're like me, Kamisha Reviews told me about this show. I did not sleep. I couldn't stop watching it. Where's Goody? Goody, where are you? It's good. It's Feel Good Friday. Come on now. Come on. So we're talking about the ultimatum, all right? 6 different couples. Now, as I'm gonna start, I think, as we wait for Goody. She should be here in a minute. Somebody, hey, Ellen. Hey, Crazy Humbert. Hey, everybody. Somebody need to wake up Goody. Goody was taking a nap and she knows she's supposed to be here. Come on, Goody. But anyway, we're gonna go on as we wait for Goody. We are talking about the ultimatum now. We're gonna introduce the couples. All right. So these are different couples. 6. Were they 6 couples? Yes. 6 couples that decided to give each other an ultimatum. I don't know if that's ever a good thing. It's never a good thing. Okay, let's see who it was. Number 1. No, I didn't want to start with them. I wanted to start with the other blonde. Yes, I wanted to start with Alexis and Hunter because she seemed to suggest Alexis seemed to suggest that she makes more money than Hunter. All right. And she's the one who gave him an ultimatum. She said, you know what? We have been with each other for 2 years. Okay. You better put a ring on it or we go our separate ways. You know, whoever did this show, oh my gosh, whoever did this show need to be hired by OWN because it's a combination of Ready to Love. It's a combination. But see, this is very different for Put a Ring on It because these are serious people. These are serious couples who are in a relationship. I do not believe this one are serious. I feel like Put a Ring on It was not as serious. Those couples, they just come here for the show and to get, to sell your brand. It's like ready to Love. All these people are full of shit. But this show over here on Netflix, they have, they're real couples. They're like these two. They're real couple. Not all of them, actually. I would say all of them are real couples. Okay, so Alexis and Hunter decided to come here. Alexis decided to give Hunter the ultimatum. Where is Goody? Somebody text Goody. I'm waiting for Goody. As I wait for Goody. So anyway, Alexis and Hunter. Alexis is 25 and Hunter is 28. These are young people. I don't know why they're giving each other ultimatum because they're just young. In my 20s, my gosh, I just want to live my life. I'm not here to give anybody an ultimatum. Live your life. You have your money, you have a career going on, travel. Why do you need to be married at 25? Jeez, ask me. You don't need to be married at 25. Life is like, come on. You have a whole long life ahead of you. You don't need to force anybody to put a ring on it at 25. No, girl, no. You're right. Season 1 put a ring on it was it I this put a ring on it has become just like it's a joke. Somebody coming here to tell us we've been together for 14 years and you really clearly it's a lie. And then on top of that, this current season you bring in your cousin Shay Last season, you lied to us about the 14 years. And then production gives you a pass and tells you, bring somebody else and you bring another. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. But whoever is working for Netflix need to be hired by OWN, because this is real shit. This is real relationships. Now, they have been together 2 years, 2.5. That's not long. That's not long for you to start demanding things in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not long. And then these are young girls and boys. They're boys. Did I say boys? I say boys. Mm-hmm. They're young because some of them are saying, I just graduated. Like this dude over here. He's still in college. Wait a minute. He's still in college. The girl is the one who just graduated. He is still in college. The girl just graduated. Now, you just graduate. In this country, you have student loans. You're trying to figure out life. And now you want an engagement? Are you serious? It's okay, crazy homebody girl. Yeah, listen. I can agree with that because for the last season and this current season, it's just full of shit. It's just a joke. We're talking about put a ring on it. We're talking about, it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I agree. Season 1 of put okay, could be. But okay, so anyway, going back, first of all, I'm hoping everybody who's watching has watched this show, because if you have not watched this show, you are missing out on a whole lot of things. Listen, oh my goodness, I started watching it. So I came home at about 7, cooked. I'm a mom. Sometimes okay, wait, Goody is here. Let's introduce Goody. She has a whole lot to say. Okay, Goody, let's see. Come on, Goody. Goody? Goody? Goody.
Hey.
Holy Jesus.
I was having a hard time.
Oh.
I stayed up late watching this nonsense. Oh,
Don't
God.
do that. I
Oh,
know.
gosh.
Tell
Oh,
me what
gosh.
you think about it. I was saying whoever produced this show need to be hired by OWN, because it is real, like real emotions, right? It's not like the shenanigans that we have watched in Ready to Love when people are just coming here to sell their brand. All right. It's not like put a ring on it where people are just you're really clear you're not in a relationship. You're coming to lie to us that you had 14 years of a relationship.
Yeah.
But this show is real. These are real couples. The issue I have with this is, though, you've known each other for 2 years. For 2 years and you're demanding shit. You know what I'm saying?
My issue wasn't that. My issue
Okay.
was the age. My issue was the age of the people, because
That's
with the age of
Go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
age of the cast, the oldest person was 30, and he was old enough to be like, you know what? This ain't for us. 5 days was enough for him.
Let's go.
He was like, nah, we're not doing this. We figured this out some other way. They're not gonna do this to us. But like, they were so young. So what, the oldest one being 26, and I think I'm exaggerating.
No,
And then if you take a 26-year-old and you tell them 2.5 years, what we talking,
2.5 years, 1.5 years.
23 and all kind of foolishness that
You just graduated from college. What are you talking about?
right. And then like, you want to do a breakdown of the people?
Go ahead. Which one do you want to start with? I have everybody here.
Let's start with the first. Yes,
I had introduced that one. Okay.
Alexis and Hunter. Where do we want to go with these two?
I love Hunter. He looks mature.
Hunter is a man. That's a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man. He's a regular man. He's
Mm-hmm.
probably a software engineer, just started. He ain't got the salary she want him to have.
And she said that.
Let's talk about Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
What a shallow, self-centered,
Mm.
disgusting,
And it was like
piece of work.
you already got what you wanted, right? Okay, so you said to your man, this is my man. I don't want my man to go into anything.
But before we
he
even
proposed.
before we even get there, she brought
Okay.
him on the show. She would have been fine with this show if Kobe or Cody, what's his name? If Cody
Kobe. Uh-huh.
reciprocated her affinity for his features.
This is a problem. The blondes in this
Yeah,
country.
she was
So I
like, "What
did.
do you mean you're not attracted to me?" He was like, "I'm not attracted to you." That was enough for her. Now I don't know if he was actually trash
I like it. I like
if
actually.
she or if she put him in the trash. I mean, he definitely had issues because he was like
I did.
25,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know that he was as trash a person as she tried to make him. And her only reason for thinking he was so rubbish was the fact that he didn't like her. He didn't want her.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel like, especially, I'm from Africa, right? And
Mhm.
and when I got here, it took me a while to figure out this thing of blonde. Like just
Oh
because you're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
blonde makes you think that you're everything.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
It's
don't
bad.
understand. Up until now, I still don't get it. I
But
don't get it.
she's not a pretty woman.
She actually
She's
looks.
not ugly,
Listen, when she
but
said she was 25, I was like, what? 25? Oh,
her jawbone wide. Like, if we really want to talk about it,
let's talk about it because yeah,
she's not dropped. It's she's
no.
the, maybe you like me, maybe you don't. But she was like, I know when he said he wasn't feeling her face, she was like, that's lip service. That's not true.
Yeah.
What do you
Like he
mean
tried
that's
to
not true?
take,
I just told you.
yeah, because you are expecting him to say, oh my gosh, you're breaking my heart. Oh my God. You know?
And then another thing was the lack of common sense. Of course he's not going to be the reason why he's not fawning over you, and this isn't a regular dating show. He brought his girl here for purpose. He's not really here looking for nobody. So he was not his mindset wasn't that of somebody looking for somebody. It was that of somebody who came to show his girl, hey, you know, see if there's something you like here.
Mm-hmm.
There shouldn't be, but
Mm-hmm.
see if there's something you like here.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for him to go on this date, and you could see he didn't really apply any
He was
pressure,
not. Yeah. In fact, if there's anybody among the men, if there was anybody who was into their girl, it was him.
which is a little weird. We could get to them, but this Alexis Hunter, regular dude, he came to make his woman happy.
And he did.
In the end, I honestly believe that when he saw how hurt she was
Yeah.
by the fact that nobody picked her, because basically nobody was gonna pick her.
No, no,
He
nobody
didn't
was
want. I feel like he didn't want her to look foolish on TV like that.
right.
I think that's, but we'll get to them. Is that all we have on them? Because they not a real big factor here.
There is no. Who do you want us to go back? Who do you want us to go to next?
The who's the next ones now?
It's up to you. Let me know. I have
Let's
all
do
them here.
April and Jake.
Oh, I love April. I love April so much.
I do.
Do you
That's,
see her?
that's you want no, that's Shanika and Randall, but
No, wait a
okay.
minute. Okay. Where is April? I better have April. There.
There they go.
There. Oh, the
I
Filipina.
tell you, I dated a dude who looked like Jake.
And he said that his mom was from was somewhere in Africa.
I feel like he did a genealogy test. He was like 25%. He don't know nothing about who black. He just know that it's some black in there. Like later on when his mom showed up with his friend from the Marines, I was like, oh, his mom love her some dark chocolate.
If this dude is gonna break April's heart, I'm gonna hate him for the rest of my life.
Jake was problematic for me, but let's talk about April. She's
Okay.
ready to get married,
Mm-hmm.
but
Want
again,
to be
she's
a
too
mom?
young to really know that.
She wants to be a.
She wants to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing, but it's not working. Um, if y'all listen to 444 with Jay-Z,
Mm-hmm.
when Jay-Z, I forget what the bar was, but he was basically saying his Beyonce was having a problem carrying pregnancies to full term
Mm-hmm.
because he was out there. It was not spiritually aligned. He
Speak
was
to her.
out there doing a whole bunch of foolishness. Why would God bless you with a child? God ain't gonna really bless no mess. If it ain't intended, it ain't finna happen.
You
I
think
think,
April is a mess?
huh?
Do you think
Pardon?
April is a mess?
No, but I think that this relationship between her and Jake need more time and need more something. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know for sure, and she does have some issues. But I
Yeah.
imagine if she was less pressed, she would probably have a child.
She is so stressed. She is so stressed about it, about being a mother. And now this process also has increased the stress and levels. That's
Mm-hmm.
why that's why it affected her periods. She was hoping, oh my gosh, she's pregnant because she was late. She they have been together for 2 years.
2 years, but here's the thing about Jake that she's not taking into consideration.
What
Your
is that?
man just came out the Marines.
Hmm.
That's a whole lot of structure. He
He's
just
been.
wants freedom.
Hmm.
He may not want to be free and out there loosey goosey, but trying to give him the restriction of marriage. He's young. He just finished the Marines.
Hmm.
He just want to set up a career. I don't believe that is a financial stability because, like she said, she paid for her own breast and she could pay for her own behind.
He also.
Okay, so
Mhm. He has a whole lot of following on social media. Go ahead.
his issue, the thing about him, he had a whole bunch of structure. You trying to put him into another structured institution and he wasn't ready.
So then,
Sometimes
but the girl you're trying to get involved with, the other girl, she also wanted, she gave the boyfriend an ultimatum because she also wanted to be engaged. So it doesn't make sense to me that you're running away from April, who is saying, you know what, I want to be engaged, and you're going to the other girl who was telling the boyfriend, yo, I want to be engaged. I want to be engaged. I had
the
just
reason
graduated from.
why I really like Jake and April's situation is because they brought to light for us, like they had a real breakthrough.
Hmm.
Somewhere throughout the process, he realized everything's about her. She don't listen to me.
Hmm. Yes, yes,
She's what's wrong with our relationship. And
right.
he was able to eloquently say that to her. And
Hmm.
she was able to receive that and
But
try. It might have been the first time she'd heard it, but she had to realize, holy smoke, it's
if there's
never
a couple,
about him.
but if there's the trial marriage that they did for the 3 weeks, if there's somebody that probably would had sex with somebody else,
It's
is
him.
this dude? It's
Yeah,
him.
it's him.
It's him. And that's why he was messed up. When he was coming into, you were
Oh yeah,
supposed to
oh
date
yeah. When
somebody
he
else,
came back,
and then come back to April. The first 1 week, he was full of shit.
but
He
it
was
wasn't
not treating
only
her.
that. Um, between him and Ray, who we could get to them next. So Jake and April, I
Hmm.
love the union. I
Hmm.
love the education they got. But
Hmm.
Ray and Zay, um, the other day with hashtag on everything on her platform, we did a spirituality discussion about karmic relationships.
Okay.
Her relationship with Zay is a karmic relationship.
What is
Zay,
that?
yeah, basically, it's the kind of relationship that's a roller coaster.
Hmm.
There's a reason for it, not a lifetime for it. Um, they're challenging each other.
Hmm.
They're not fixing anything. They are going around and around and around. The communication's poor. Um, he he comes from he comes from brokenness.
He
And
does.
he
And
just
he says
needs
that.
he needs some place to be. And if he can't be in that place, because I told Enoch on hashtag on everything, I had a discussion about my karmic relationship.
Hmm.
It was with somebody who had both parents abandoned them.
Hmm.
There's nothing you can give somebody until they heal those abandonment issues. Because whenever he feels challenged by the relationship, he's going to leave and he wants her calling him. He's not going to respond because the punishment for her is if you don't do what I need you to do and accept what I need you to accept, I'm going to disappear and it's going to hurt you.
So I have a question for you,
Uh huh.
because sometimes when I'm angry, or I have an argument with somebody, I'm going to talk about, say, my husband.
Yeah, it's going to be your
I
husband
I choose
for
not to.
not letting you be great.
I was like, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to talk. I'm not talking to you. and I can go hours or days without talking to you. You continue talking. I'm not responding to you.
I think the most effective way to handle that is to say, hey, I'm going to need a moment to gather I am in my feelings. I do not want to say
But
something
me,
that I
me not
cannot take
me
back.
not talking to you, you should be able to read it and say, you know what?
Yeah, but that's
It-
not communication. You should be able to figure it out. Or you know why I'm not talking to you. Yeah, I know why you're not talking to me, but I need you to tell when are you going to talk to me. I know you're going to talk to me. You're going to be in your feelings. It's almost abusive to That's called withholding. You are being it's emotional withdrawal, and it's a manipulation tactic. It hurts, and you know it hurts. It hurts, you know it hurts, and the best way to handle that is listen. I am not capable of I don't want to say something to you that I cannot take back, but
Mhm,
I am livid right now.
mhm,
And if I talk to you, what happens next is going to be bad. Give me a moment to gather my real thoughts on these emotions, and we can sit down and have this discussion again. However, if
mhm.
you come to talk to me and you keep poking the bear, I'm going to lash out at you. Don't try to be cute. Don't try to be funny. And a lot of times, now the problem with Zay and Ray is
Mhm,
whenever you try to dig deep into his issues,
mhm,
he shuts down during the discussion and he starts trying to overtalk you.
mhm, mhm,
And
mhm.
that has Ray feeling she's scared to say what she has to say, so she don't say shit. So now he's saying she's not emotional.
But
And he's like,
before,
when you start talking, you don't shut the fuck up.
but before even they went to meet the other couples, Ray was asking, who is Ray now? Is Ray the
The
girl?
girl. I think her name's Rachel.
Zay. So Zay was asking Ray, what is it that you like about me? What is it? Express yourself. She did not she if you remember, just before they went to meet other people, she said, I'm
Hmm.
gonna show you, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you. But to him, he wants to hear it. For
He
her,
needs that.
he wants to show you. So
And then,
how do you deal with that though?
one thing I absolutely hated or don't like about Ready to Love is when everybody start where you could tell that everybody got the script and everybody got to tell you what they love languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people have two different love languages. He was abandoned by his parents, both of
Mm-hmm.
them.
Right?
Nobody calls to check on him and say they love him. He needs
Mm-hmm.
to hear that he is loved. He needs that.
And that's why he kept telling her. But so that if you don't understand those important things that I value in my life, why are you asking for a ring? Right? Okay, so you've been together for 2 years, so you know your guy, you know his history, you know where he comes from, you understand that he needs to hear that, but you're not giving that to him. For you to think because I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm good in bed, that's it. And the emphasis that people put on sex is crazy to me.
Yeah,
This is
it
not
is nuts, but sometimes that's the only healing people have. Um I see Demita and Crazy Homebody Girl saying they like Zay. Zay is likable, but you want to know what Zay is also doing? He's trauma bonding with us. He's trauma bonding with anybody in the hood who know people like him whose parents bail. He is trauma bonding with us, and we are falling for it.
Mm,
What's her name? Shanique spoke to that. When Shanique tried to have a real discussion, she wasn't invested in it. She was there to talk to him because she cared, and he called for her.
mhm,
And when she said, "Well, Zay, you can't just leave for 12
mhm,
hours and not say anything," that's absolutely unforgivable. And
right?
then on top of that being unforgivable, like you want so much understanding for what you've been through. What you don't even know what she's been through. You don't
Right.
know what
She
makes her not be able to
said
freely
that.
speak.
Yeah, she said that.
And what did he do? He got mad. He
He
started
left.
cussing, and what? Because before you emotionally damage me by saying the shit I don't want to hear, or take this conversation to some place where I leave my body spiritually, I'ma just tell you, I'ma black out. I'ma say some cuss words, and I'ma walk away. Because what Zanique said to him was ridiculous. She was like, how come you want so much grace for what you've been through, the way your child? Why would you say that like that?
Mm, mm,
Can you tell me
mm,
what I said? He couldn't
mhm,
tell her what he said because
mhm,
although another thing Zay is doing to us, He is showing us all of this vulnerability, but it's easy to be vulnerable with what you're comfortable talking about.
Ooh.
You follow what I'm saying? But the second it's easy for him to be vulnerable with him telling us, my mama ain't care, my daddy ain't care. That was easy. But
Mm-hmm.
when you start digging into the things that make him uneasy,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna push back and cuss your ass out and bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that's real vulnerability. I could tell you a million and one hard not life stories, but you ain't gonna hear the one that hurt me until I heal it.
Right.
He's unhealed. They both, Ray and Zay are unhealed people. The thing is, his damage is so great, we don't even know what Ray's damage is. But she got some.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask you that because I don't know what she's suffering from, But then again, she was not raised,
You want to know what she's suffering from?
daddy.
That daddy looked like he looked like his mom went down to the Kentucky Derby as a groupie and came up with a child. And that dad may love her and show up performatively, maybe even love her greatly and show up, but that dad wasn't there the
Was
way he
not
needed
there.
to be there.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we ain't even see, we ain't even get to see what Ray's real issues are because his issues were so great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. So you broke up with him.
Mm-hmm.
You came back,
After
right?
you beat his ass, you beat his ass and then break up.
And you did do that. And I give him credit because how you gonna put hands on anybody and don't expect a reaction?
But this is the thing. I knew somebody was gonna, because that was kind of the episode cliffhanger for them. I knew somebody was gonna put hands on somebody. Um, we
So
we should there should probably be more. Women, keep your hands to yourself. Don't be beating on these men because it's abusive and it's unacceptable.
that's what
Don't
I'm
beat these
saying.
men up
What
and
I'm
think
saying.
that's cool.
We are always here about Me Too movement. When a woman, oh my gosh, when a man puts hands on a woman, oh my just but women do that too.
Child,
Okay.
don't be beating these lady. Don't put your hands on my son. I'm gonna show up.
Hey, listen, I have two of them. Don't do that with me.
And your feelings ain't enough just because you was mad. Because he did send her into a tizzy because she was calling that bat line and he wasn't responding, and she tossing and turning, and she
Why would
called him
she?
4 times. She probably lying. She probably called him every hour on the hour.
Why would she bring that box into after you're done? Why would you
This
bring
is
that? She
this
had
is
interior motives. She knew what she was doing.
this is
She
my
rather
thing. Yes, because they are toxic and they hurt each other.
they're
Now,
toxic with
but
each
this is
other.
the thing. When they leave the situation, the men leave. So wasn't the box just there anyway? Where'd she bring the box from?
Why didn't he? Why wasn't he the one who would? Why couldn't he take the box to April? He never did. You decided to take the box.
But you know what?
Mm-hmm. Goody. Where did Goody go? Oh my gosh. She has all this wisdom. And I'm left here by myself. Are you kidding me? Goody. What the fuck?
Yeah, they fought. You there?
Yeah, I lost you for a
Yeah,
minute.
you started spinning too out. Am I on the right thing? But yeah,
I,
like
I
I
couldn't
think
hear
they
you. I
trauma
couldn't hear
bonded.
you. I
Or they
couldn't hear.
just it's comfortable for Ray and Jake to just go with what feels good and what's normal. And another thing, everything gonna feel good for 3 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody when they say, "Oh, I'm divorced now. I'm dating." It feels good. It feels
Yeah,
good.
everything
It's
feel good.
That's what I'm saying. Those 3 weeks are gonna make you feel like, oh my gosh. And if you've been with somebody for 2 years, is a different kind of a feeling, right? And especially, or for them, they had sex for sure. They had sex for
I
sure.
believe so.
Oh yeah, for
And,
sure.
and you want to
Why
know
you
who
have a
initiated
blindfold?
it? Ray asked, because Ray, in a toxic ass relationship, Jake relationship, April might have been a little bit extra and a little bit demanding, but the relationship wasn't a bad relationship.
No,
They could have fixed this whole thing by just going to therapy.
that's what I'm saying.
But Ray was in a toxic relationship. So she initiated all that interaction.
She did. Even for her to have the audacity to come here, I'm gonna look for my happiness. You already told the dude you're single. If the dude wanted you, would have told you know what, I'm gonna pursue you. He never said those things.
You
Why
know
you
why he couldn't
can't?
say that? Because everything feel good for 3 weeks. But Jake's mother said it best.
What she
Jake's
said?
mother said, I'm worried because Jake is persuaded easily. And April is one of the best things that happened to him. Because April is frank, you know where she's coming from, and you know what she's about.
I love her.
I really dug her.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Ray. Let me show you where Ray ass is toxic.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Why her reasoning for why Zay need to know that she's the one is because he ain't gonna find somebody who pretty, stay in the gym, and has good sex. That package is hard to like her reason, and then her inability to tell people why she want this man to be her husband. The reason why she wanted him to be her husband is because she graduated and it's the next thing to do on her to-do list. But what we didn't focus on is the fact that he's still trying to graduate.
That's what I'm saying. The dude is still in college.
He's still trying to graduate. He spent a year sleeping in a car.
That. Mm-hmm.
And his goal was to show her ass you not as ready to get married as you think you are. And the problem she had was Zay she would have had with Jake in the 4th week. And I'm very
And this thing of you know what? Oh, your mom is Italian. My mom is Italian too. Oh, your mom is black. My mom is black too. Oh, you have so much in common. Bullshit.
I mean, I got a lot of that in common with people. You's a Bajan, I's a Bajan. You black, I black. Like, yeah, I could have 1,000,001 things in common with people. There's a whole island who's Bajan. Whole bunch of people who majored in political science. That's not enough to say that you could
That's
build a
what I'm
life
saying.
with somebody. And
What does that do? Yes. What does that have to do with our daily way of engaging in a relationship? Just because you're an Italian, okay? So I love Italian food. So what?
Girl, I don't even know that the Italian food was popping like that. So off of Ray and Zay, let's go into with Shanique and Randall.
I love Randall. I love Randall so much. I love him.
I do love Randall, and once again, because Ready to Love does a good job of this. There are times when I see and hear things that I can relate to in the black woman's disposition on TV that I'd be like, ooh, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do that. Now, I may not be nasty with the words and cut a dude off. And if I may not do that, but that disposition where you understand, like Shanika's a strong, well-educated, like you put her together, she got the fixing. She could make an Obama. She could make an Obama. She definitely could. And if these two take it to the distance, they're gonna have a beautiful family. They too only need a little bit of therapy.
Just a little bit of time and therapy. I say that.
She come from something. She don't come. She come from people who care for her.
Right.
She come from something.
Mm-hmm.
So we have her, and she's bringing him to the show. What's her reason? She wants a big family,
and she was married. Yeah, she wants.
She wants to get this started now. Again, 24 is too young to know this.
I know.
I don't. Look, my son is 25. Quick story time. A couple of years ago, my son was stressed. He up and down, walking, pacing. It was the same energy. I had my son at 22. It was the same energy I knew I had right before I told my mom I was going to have a son or have a child, right? Because I tell my mom and then my mom tell my dad and then everything's good, right?
Yeah.
So my son pacing up and down and I'm like, oh God. Son, I'm in my room. Son, is everything okay? He stressed the fuck out. What's going on, son? Because I'm like, whatever he got to say, let him say it to me now. Don't you know the problem was that his PS4 Yeah, because they on PS5 now. His PS4, the red light of death came on that PS4.
Uh-huh.
I would
Mm-hmm.
trust him to have a whole family.
Mm-hmm.
He's 25 now. You know, he's with the girlfriend. I like the girlfriend, and that's nice and that's cool. But if he came to me saying he was ready to get married right now, I'd be like, son, I support you, but I would ask you to take some time to really not date the young lady. But life is gonna throw some things at you that you
Seriously.
will better be able to handle as a young man with a good salary by yourself.
And well, Randall is a good guy. Shanique also has some issues that she need to work with. I don't like this attitude of you making faces when somebody's asking you questions.
Because she's not
Well,
right. The thing I think is wrong with Shanique is there's nothing really wrong with Shanique in her world. You follow what I'm saying? Like just like April,
mm-hmm,
Shanique is believing I am a gift. This man's gonna come here and he gonna see ain't nobody like me.
mm-hmm,
Nobody tells her no. And when she hears something that challenges her, she's not believing it. So she gonna roll her eyes because where you come from, this bullshit.
mm-hmm,
It's news to her to find out, hey, slow down, ma. What's with the body language? I can't even talk to you.
mm-hmm.
Because when I go to talk to you, your body language make me shut down because I know you finna be upset. Again, just like April. But these are young women who have to learn their voice, learn their power, and how to yield it. Because you can't mow over somebody and tell them you love them. You got to really take your time.
And at 24, my goodness, you're young. 24?
And then Randall, Shanique is the one for Randall. He
Yes.
knows it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If there's a couple that I'm sure that they're gonna come out here as a couple, these two.
But it's work that they have to do. My problem with Randall, though,
Mm-hmm,
I have this thing about good black men.
mm-hmm.
They think that they're rare. Good black men ain't rare. The same black man who's a piece of shit to me could be a good black man to somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're not as abundant as we would like for them to be,
Right,
but they are
right.
not unicorns. But good black men like to think they're unicorns. And once
Yeah.
they think they're unicorns, you can't tell them shit
Mm-hmm,
because
mm-hmm.
he going through this whole process, not really realizing that she too could in the end say, I would rather be by myself than be begging you to marry me. But he not even, I have a decision to make. It's what
Mm-hmm.
I decide. It's no
Yes.
to be like,
I
I
don't
can
care
also
about
make a
anybody else.
decision too.
I don't care about anybody else's feelings. It's
Right.
what makes me
He like
happy.
when I make my decision, he don't understand that a whole different situation could be made. And honestly, if Zay had came to that last meeting with her with a different energy, more willing to take the
I
truth,
know.
it would have been a
Yes,
different story. Because now we would have had a
absolutely.
game. It would have been
Yes.
game one if Zay went to her and was like, yo, I'm hurting. What do you see here? I see this. You really see that? I'm gonna go to therapy and get this ironed out because I don't want this for myself. It would have been a different ball game then for both
And
Ray
right.
and for Randall, because they would have seen what happened when the people that they thought they was making the decisions on made different decisions. But
Right.
Zay messed that up because Zay is that damaged.
Mm.
Let's get to this Colby and
Oh my gosh. She just wanted somebody fuck me. Just somebody.
yeah.
Just sleep with me. Help me here. Help me, Randall.
Colby, I like Colby and I don't like Colby. Have you ever been trying to communicate something to somebody and they just trying to no, everything's fine. No, I'm telling you there's a fucking problem. That everything is not fine. That's what he slow gassing. Um, I feel
Man,
like he love bumps her. Oh, you're the best, you're great, you're this, you're that, you're this. No, you got a problem. You do have problems with me.
mm-hmm,
Tell me what they are.
mm-hmm,
Because we're not being, I can't even feel that you're being real with me if you can't tell me what the fuck you think is wrong with me.
mm-hmm.
What's wrong with me? Oh, nothing's wrong with her. I came here because I want to marry her because she's perfect. Why do you want to marry her? She's clearly imperfect. She's not as pretty as he's saying she is. She looked better as a redhead. she's a little dumpy and sloppy, if we're being honest, insofar as her framing. She's not like a bad chick.
Mm-hmm.
She has an attitude problem that she didn't really show Randall. She got an attitude.
Mm-hmm. She does. Oh yeah, she
And
does.
Colby know that she ain't show Randall all of that attitude. She almost show Randall the attitude. Where
Mm-hmm.
she tried to force Randall to sleep with her.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something about Randall. Randall is that Barack. You follow what I'm saying? Randall wasn't finna do all kind of foolishness on the camera.
But we're not doing.
Randall know what you do in front of the camera. You can't take that shit back. And Randall wasn't finna do anything on camera. Cause if she ain't run telling everybody about the kiss, then we would have never know what happened. You know why? Randall ain't serious here. Randall playing games. Randall know who it is for him, and he know why. He need more time because 26 too. Look, I'm 47 now. You know, I be feeling too young to be married to these dudes still. You follow what I'm saying? But Randall knew what it was. He didn't want to be up on the camera carrying on, acting like he didn't have a future. Randall got a future he care about. And she wanted him to throw that future. She wanted him to sacrifice that future. Because
Right.
we later find out that what she needs is validation. And that's why she works with Colby. Because Colby's gonna validate her because he already knows how to manipulate that part of her that needs the validation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These people is a toxic ass mess. Though together is a piece of work we saw. I was like, I'm just watching like, holy smoke, these people messed up.
They did. But Colby like adored her. But she
But it
just.
was something about the way Colby adored her was fake.
Mm-hmm.
Even I think when she was talking to her mother, she was like, the first time I met Colby, he love bombed the mother the first time he met her. The second time he met her, he treated her like she wasn't in the room.
That's
Yo, you can't be with somebody who do that. You can't really. She was right. She was like, yo, I can't marry this dude. And he's telling me the reason that he was hooking up with chicks.
it was because
He
of
used,
me.
he used that 3 weeks. He was not going to deal with April. But he
No.
might have him and April might have taken things a little bit too far. Not because April wanted to,
No.
right? Not necessarily because that's what April wanted. But the vulnerability and the sensitivity of seeing the people that you brought to the show really having connections elsewhere.
Right.
It's enough to make you, especially when you in your 20s, to make you want to get some get back. I wouldn't put it past him and April to have slept together too.
Interesting.
Let me tell you, when April was talking about she might have been late, I was like, we about to have Maury Povich on this thing. And then when Ray was talking about she don't feel well, I was like, ooh, Maury gonna have a whole segment on this motherfucker. It was mess. But Madeline, and then another thing, she came into this game. She didn't want that man.
No, she did.
She don't like him.
She
She
did
don't
not.
like him.
No, she doesn't.
She don't
She
like the way he dress. She don't like the way he talk. She probably don't like the way he chew. She don't like the way he breathe.
That. He should know that by now. Even her friends, they're telling her, yo, this is not it.
He's a good looking dude.
He is. I like
He's
him.
Probably the best looking dude she ever got. And she got with him young. What? She met him when she was 18. He was 19. One, she was too young to be dating. That's another factor. Because she needed to be, you can't just, I never tell people like the junior high girls, don't be with no dude from junior high all up until you old like a donkey age, okay? Because these men gonna one thing a man gonna do, he gonna explore and sow his wild oats.
Right.
From junior high up until the day he's 75 and got erectile dysfunction, and that's when he gonna want to love on you seriously.
They met in college, yeah.
Okay, they met in college, but guess what? You could be 17, 18 as a freshman in college too.
See
She,
that one after meeting at a bar in college.
yeah, she was young, too young for any of this.
They were too young.
And then on top of too young, her parents went through a nasty, ugly divorce.
Right. So that messes you up too. Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? She didn't like that man, so she came into the game once. Like she came into she trying to distract Randall. Randall liked his chick. They got a little bit of they got the problems that young people have in relationships. But she didn't like her man. It was easy for her to be like, I feel like me and Randall got something. It's easy for you to feel like you and Randall got something. Yeah, you and Randall gonna feel like y'all got something. But Randall got something for real. That's why you want to disrespect Colby on TV by kissing up on Randall. She went to that girl's night.
And you want to tell her.
She went to piss Shanique off.
Yes.
And then when she went home that night, she wanted to do it on camera so Shanique could see it.
And see it. And
when he wasn't going to jeopardize that. And that's when she got mad. And that's where he saw a hint of the bullshit she was on.
And not only did she want to do that to Shanique, she was also pushing Ray. Is she Ray?
That girl.
Yeah.
That girl's night out.
He was also telling Ray, you and him, what's his name?
Yeah, you and Jake need to go.
Yeah, we can see it in front of April. Where is the respect?
Let me tell you something.
Where is the respect? What are you doing?
Let me tell you a secret. The way me and her would have been tussling at that table if I was April. April probably didn't want to do anything because April thought she might have been pregnant. So she was like, I'm going to chill. But I would have slapped fire out her damn face.
But even this one over here, she was also trying. Alexis was also telling her the same thing.
Production sent her over there.
We saw it.
Yeah. Production sent her to production was like, because Hunter ain't bring his ass back. Production sent her in there to stir some pot up.
And production did send Ray again when April was having a conversation with him. All right, the last day. When April was having a conversation with her boyfriend, she shows up. What is she doing?
What are you doing?
I'm here.
Let me tell you something.
What is she doing?
Randall wasn't finna play these games with her because he know what would have happened. Because another part of the thing that they don't recognize in Black culture, when you have a Black woman and you've been around her Black ass family and you know her Black ass daddy don't play about her, you ain't gonna go on TV and embarrass her.
That part.
Madeline didn't give a fuck about that because where her daddy at? He probably mad at her mama from the divorce. But they don't have the same family ties as we do. But let's take a look. Because she really believed. Because Demeter said, she learned a lot about these white chicks from watching this show. Yeah. Because she thought that she was going to come in with her dyed blonde hair. And they was going to have a connection. And that was going to be that. And he was going to go and embarrass his chick on TV.
But why would they want
she came in? I'm going to make out with Randall. And she ran in there to jump on him. He was like, whoa, pause, the cameras is on. I don't care. Oh, I care though.
Help me. Did you hear her saying that? Help me, please, help me. And she was for it. She went for the kiss.
Yeah, and he was like, no, chill. This is what I'll tell you. When you look at the dynamics, I think sometimes we as Black women are what happens when keeping it real goes wrong. Because a lot of the shit he went, because when Shanique was like, oh, we're going to need to meet and we're going to need to talk. And he was talking and she was just so pissed at what he was saying. She was acting a certain kind of way.
Right.
This is what Black men are talking about when they say that we are difficult to talk to. Because a white woman going to have that manipulation factor down pat. Even if she don't like what you saying, she ain't going to be doing you dirty. She ain't going to be treating you dirty. She going to seem like she's the best person for you to talk to because she's strategizing. She trying to figure out how she going to get you to do what she want you to do. So, yeah, she Madeline was a damn messy mess. And the way she carried on at that girl's night out,
It was a mess.
you be going around the table, you calling shots about other people's relationship when Kobe's your man and Kobe gaslighting you all night and all day. And Kobe out there in the club, tear the club up like 50 Cent.
You know, I just cannot.
Kobe
I
tearing
can't
them
wait.
clubs up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Exactly, the meter. Mm-hmm,
So who's
mm-hmm.
next? Who's next?
Oh, listen. I don't know who is next. Well, I'm happy that this.
Lauren
Oh,
and
this one.
Nate.
Oh, this
Let's
one.
get to
What?
Nate. Nate
This
won
one.
that
What?
bullshit, but Nate, when we first saw it, we didn't know that Nate had the right idea. Nate was right.
No, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. He's
He's
not.
full of shit. Yes, absolutely full of shit. But completely and utterly right. He was like, oh no, we could go to therapy and fix this. This some bullshit right here.
How are you gonna
I ain't
fix?
gonna let my woman go live with no Kobe. Kobe go sleep with her, ride her like a horse. That's a cowboy right there. I ain't finna let her go sleep with Kobe and he gonna put his hat on, his 10-gallon hat, and ride off
And
into the sunset with my chick. Nah, marry me.
marry me right now.
You my family. I don't even need no
Yeah.
family. I don't
But tell
even
me,
need no other
how are they
family.
going? But how are they gonna fix it? She doesn't want to be a mom. You want to have children. How is therapy gonna fix that?
You know what? My man Nate knew that they wasn't gonna fix it on this motherfucking show. He was like, "Oh hell no!" He was like, "I ain't even know you could ask these chicks to marry you at this table." Nick, Vanessa, hold up. I got something to say. Cause if she had moved in with Kobe, it would have been a different party. If she had moved in with Kobe, Madeline would have been crying blood water. You hear me?
You think
Because
so?
Kobe, cause it's not that she didn't want. It's not that she doesn't want children.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that she doesn't want children. She wants children.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
he is 4 years older than her.
Okay.
And because he's 4 years older than her, the 20s and the 30s is a real funny time. It's
Mm.
drastically different. He's ready to have them children now. She need about 2 more years before she's ready. And Kobe was like, I could wait 2 more years. Kobe was gonna lick all over them tattoos and take her down to play polo.
Wait, but she said that Ned is starting a new business. He's busy at work, and she's scared, or concerned
All he
that
needed was
comes.
time. All he needed was time. But another thing, depending on what his career is and his networking field, he need a wife and kids. Sometimes these white men need a wife and kids to move up the ranks in whatever they doing.
Mm.
So he trying to get that now, and she's like, "Give me a second." And he's like, "Now." And when they go to talk about it, it gets hot. Kobe was like, "I'll wait. I've got 2 years. I'm with this knucklehead, this messy mess. She better than Madeline. Yo, Madeline would have cried if Nate said, hold up, wait. I ain't
But
finna
she was,
let him take his hat and his boots and make
but
me
she
do
was
something."
excited. She was excited to have that ring. She's like, "Oh yes, 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 yes." She was happy to have it.
Yeah, she was happy to have it because her not marrying him wasn't the problem. Her not having the kids was the problem, right? But this is the thing. The
Mm.
thing is, it seemed that everybody wanted Madeline, but Madeline was giving off that have sex with me energy. Yeah, they was trying to get over there. You see when she was
Yeah.
sitting down with Randall and he was like, so what? First of all, don't no man who really value you start asking you about how you like to have sex in no first week of knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's
not
hard.
gonna ask you that.
That's
He
hard.
gonna ask you everything else. He gonna at
Mm-hmm.
least wait till the second week to ask you that. But he was like, so what do you not do sexually? I would do anything to please you. He was like, let me sit closer to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah. Nate was like, yo, I'm gonna pick you. I'm gonna pick you. But she wasn't his first choice. He knew he wasn't gonna make Lauren mad. Nobody was gonna really make anybody jealous
No.
Honestly, Shanique wasn't even really jealous. It was only when she came back talking all that sexy talk that Shanique was like, "Hold up, pause. What are you doing?"
Right.
You found Shanique wasn't threatened by her. Lauren wouldn't have been threatened by her.
And
That's
Shanique,
why Nate
they're
had her as his third choice. I'm gonna pick you. I'm gonna pick you. Yo, he was full of shit, but he knew for goddamn sure that he wasn't gonna let his woman go home with no cold bean. Nope. He was like, we can fix this outside. And if we don't make it through this, if we don't end up married and having children, I bet you the world won't see it on TV. I'm trying to start this business now. No, you're not gonna embarrass me in
right.
public. No,
Right.
not on TV. No.
But you know, like you said in the beginning, like the ages, they're just kids. They're just kids. Okay?
But not just the age.
25, 24, 26, you just graduated from college. What are these all demands about? Figure out life first before you think about, because once you do an engagement, then people think, after an engagement, I wanna be, start planning my wedding after 2, 3 months, or something like this.
Let me
These
tell
all
you.
these
No,
they're just young. They're
it's just
young.
no. We all suffer or suffered because there's this notion that by 30 you're supposed to have everything figured out. So by 25, this imaginary clock starts
Okay.
running in your head and sand
Right.
start running out of this imaginary. No, let me tell you, it's too young. I would not advise for my son to marry nobody at 25. And I like
Oh.
his girlfriend.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
love her, but my son's girlfriend is a white girl. And sometimes, she cries a lot. And I had
Hmm.
to build my son, again, I don't think she does it maliciously.
Yeah.
But if like my son will spend 4 days at her house and when he's leaving, she start
Hmm.
crying. I'm just gonna miss you. And I'm like, when my son was telling me that, I laughed. I was like, haha. And I said, you know what, son, you ever heard of white women tears? And he was like, no, mom, what's that? I was like, we've discussed it. White women tears killed Emmett too. He was like, you know what? We did discuss that.
Hmm.
So, she tried to use him on him like 2 hours later, and he came out. And it's a good thing that God told me to plant that little thing on him. And she's not I said, son, let me tell you something. She ain't doing it maliciously, but when you are white and you realize that the world buckles at your tears, you gonna use them. Because if
That's
the
what
world
I said.
buckled at mine, I would cry. And I told my son this. I said, son, how many times have you seen me cry? And he was like,
Facts.
maybe one or two. I said,
Facts.
yeah, because guess what? Ain't nobody coming to save the black man.
Facts.
Before
Facts.
I go crying, I got to sit down and figure it out. And then
Hallelujah.
I got to work on figuring it. I got to execute the plan I made. And then if I have time or if some other thing don't happen that I got to take care of, then maybe I'll
Facts.
cry and you won't
You
see it.
know, you know,
I'm not weaponizing these tears. I'm using them to heal me. But I ain't got time to stop so you could see them.
there's no time to cry for sure.
Ain't no
Ain't
time. Who got time? I mean, if I'm crying, you ain't gonna see because I don't even have time to have the discussion about why I'm crying. I'm busy trying to fix the shit that disrupted me.
I'm telling
Right,
you, it's
right,
tough.
Demeter, you cry in the car on the way to go fix the shit. But again, and it's not malicious. It's just that you learn that you grow up your whole life. You cry, you get what you want. You cry, you get what you want. Even if it's not to get Emmett Till killed, you gonna use the tears to get what you want because, like Demeter said, it is ingrained. Well, let's talk about an ultimatum because I want to talk to the kids out there. If you in
Go
your
ahead.
20s and you watching this and you watch this show and you happen to stumble upon Maud and I having this discussion,
Hmm.
don't get nobody no. If you got to give somebody an ultimatum with regard to loving you, they already made their choice. I'm not going to put my hand to no clock and my finger to no ring finger talking about the time is now. No, sir. If you not working within, if I set my boundaries for myself and you not working within my time, then it's not going to work out.
Hmm.
It's not.
So
And
for you,
ultimatum is an ugly.
for you, so you feel there's no need of giving anybody an ultimatum. If you,
It ain't the way I want to live. Because okay, now let's say that all these people who got you think Alexis is gonna be happy with Hunter? You don't think that somewhere in the back of her mind she's gonna wonder why she had to force this man to ask him to marry her? Because he was gonna live with April, and that would have been a beautiful thing. Because I think him and April would have complemented each other well.
I agree. But then
She
but
knew
then,
it.
but he said, you know what? I am not gonna. He made that decision though. He said,
Yeah,
no.
because he saw that nobody was gonna pick her dumb ass. Nobody was gonna pick her, and he didn't want to do that to her. He did love her too much to watch her get embarrassed on TV like that.
Mm.
But in the back of her mind, she's gonna have to wonder what would have happened if I didn't. Because she got up and she made that last ditch effort. Because she knew if she let him move into a house with April, all of her toxicity. Because April, she is all about that dollar bill, and April was like, "Yo, I could take care of myself. I need somebody who loves me like I love them."
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about April and Colby though.
Oh,
I think they
April and
were good
Kobe.
for each other, or I
Oh,
think
when they.
Colby was good for April because
Mm-hmm.
she really went in there understanding that she had fucked some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
She really saw some of Colby's bad tendencies, and she really used what she saw to to change herself, to start making some improvements in her
Right.
disposition.
Right.
But
Right.
Colby, on the other hand, used his time to go tear the club up.
Listen, and then he's asked by the girlfriend, "Why did you do this?" He said, "Because I did it for you."
No, sir. You not going
What?
up to people's hotel room at 4 a.m. in the morning for me. You did it because your ego was bruised, because you see me getting
Yes.
on. And you know what
Right.
the white man's
Right.
worst fear is? The black man coming and sleeping in the bed with his white woman. His
The cow.
worst fear was being visualized.
The cowboy.
Yeah, it was his worst fear. John Wayne took it to the club so that he could get some people to build up his ego. That's why you did it. And you and that woman would be married already if you would have just said, you know what? My ego set me up in them clubs looking for somebody who looked at me the way you used to look at me.
Mm. Mm. That's interesting.
But
Mm-hmm.
you what that first thing with April and first of all, April's speech at that table,
Oh, it was everything.
it was
It
everything.
was everything. She was on point, like
She
everything.
was
I was
like,
like,
yo, y'all not, if you're not gonna be here in the process, I just wasted a week. If you're not gonna be here in the process, what are we doing? But when her and Colby met at the end of the thing, and they was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? To me, it would have been poetic justice if they could have found a way to start liking each other.
right.
I thought
Mm-hmm.
that would have been some made for TV ass shit. That would have been some Lifetime movie romance, Harlequin holiday romance movie. But Kobe, although likable, although he did show up loving his woman, Kobe's a dick. Like Kobe's an asshole.
He is. He is. And I don't know why he was feeling like so entitled. I, I didn't understand him. I didn't understand him. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Damita.
it's problematic, yo. Problematic. But who else? What else were some notable moments? I love me some Nick Lachey. Vanessa, whatever. But
Mhm.
Nick Lachey, I do love me some Nick Lachey. You hear me? Not even for him. What was he? Backstreet Boys? I don't even care about that. When
Mhm.
him and Jessica did that show, they had
Right.
a reality show. I just be
Yes.
like, poor Nick. Because Nick
Yes.
and Jessica, you know what really made it a poor Nick situation?
Mhm.
All of that idiot that Jessica Simpson was showing us, she wasn't an idiot. So he had to watch her be duplicitous for that coin.
Mhm.
I
I
know
like him. I like him a lot.
I think he thought when he married her, and you know what? I don't think it was a bad marriage, except for I think her parents might have played a role because her parents were very geared towards her being the success. And
Mhm.
a lot of she too was young, and it was also about because Nick was older and she was younger, and for Jessica it was all about what people going to think and her
Yeah.
fans
Oh,
and yada
right.
yada. If she
Right.
was at a point where she cared more about a man loving her and her loving that man, which she
Mhm.
got to, I think it was 5 years before she got to it. She got her family now.
She does.
You know what I'm
She.
saying? But like I used to be like poor Nick. So I was happy when he got Vanessa.
Mhm. Mhm. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. How long have they been together? Do you know?
It gotta be at least 12 years. It's a long time they've been together. Because he started dating her like maybe a year and a half, 2 years after Jessica.
Right.
And people didn't like it because
Yeah,
Jessica, the people them love Jessica.
of course. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? But love to see Nick and Vanessa. I think she's problematic to me.
Why?
Ray's problematic
Oh, Ray.
because
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
problematic. Ray is problematic.
Okay, so this picture, she's very cute, but on the
She's
next
cute,
page, she did not
but
look this cute. This is makeup and editing.
she got bad skin.
She has
She's
bad
cute.
skin. Yeah, she has bad skin. Yeah, she
She's cute,
does.
but she's dysfunctional.
That's his
He
dude.
is hella handsome, but he's damaged.
That's a.
Another this is another show that would have benefited from having a good therapist on that.
But I'll take this show any day.
Over Ready to Love.
Yes, yes. Or even put a ring on it or Bachelor because it's a combination of those three shows.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah.
combination of those three. Like I'm whoever did this did an
They knew
excellent
what
job.
they were doing.
Yes, yes. This was real. This was real
You
feelings.
you want to know
Real
what I feel bad about though? This is
work.
another part of Zay's dysfunction. Zay is a party promoter. Anybody who know these party promoters, oh god, these party promoters lose slack and disgusting.
So then, if you understand this is kind of his job, why do you want not him
Because it's
to go
the
to the club at
insecurity of
night?
her.
That's his job, though.
She's insecure, but let me tell you a secret. You think that Zay was toxic and damaged and unhealed? The kind
Ray,
of pain he about to unleash on the world with his newfound fame, and he add that to the party promotion is about. I hope that people paying attention because he tall, he attractive.
yes, yes. He's
He
not
he
shy.
about to unleash a war, and then she hurt him. If they don't find a way to fix this, because what he said, he told Sh- Sh-
Shanique.
Shanique, he told her, Ray left me like everybody else. That's an abandonment top. That's a red flag for abandonment issues. The way he gonna hurt the world, them young girls who gonna be out there dating him and getting hurt by him, we gonna see. There might be a whole show dedicated to how horrible he is. He might end up on Zeus Network.
Oh yeah, Zeus is the one that collects everybody who is been, yeah, rejected by everybody. Zeus is like, welcome home,
Yeah,
welcome,
welcome home.
welcome
Welcome
home.
home. What else we got for these people? Because there's one more episode and then the
There's two
reunion.
more. There's okay. So there's one more episode to show, for the
Mm-hmm.
the decision day, and then there's the reunion. I cannot. It's coming up on Monday.
Oh, let me tell you, it's gonna be
Monday.
toxicity. It's
Yeah,
bad. It's bad.
we are coming back
But
here on.
I need to understand. Like now they doing what they meeting in a cornfield. Like what the fuck is going on with where they meeting? What's happening?
I told you it's a bachelor. If you
And
watch,
why Randall Pants was shooting? Why Randall Pants look like high water suit? Like what's happening? What's happening?
I have no idea. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
It's
Listen.
problematic. Look, let me tell you something. These people,
Mm-hmm.
mm, it's problems. Like that reunion gonna be something to see because
Oh
I want
my
to see if
god.
Nathan and the girl how they doing
My,
because
and
Nathan had no intention of be he falling back. He want children. He want his children, but he knew that any further in this show, he wasn't leaving with his girl. He was like, nah, let's just go to therapy.
and he never told April what he did. April will see on camera on TV that what the box, all right, and the
Mm-hmm.
thing that he kept saying, you're the best thing that happened to me. I like you. I would love to have you in my life.
Let me tell you something. And then he had the audacity to come, like April and Colby were in this position where they really had the option to really go out there and date. They could have dated for the 3 weeks because they were essentially single and got stuck with each other. How
Yes,
you mad that she exchanged numbers and you on balconies kissing up on chicks and laying down in the bed and all kind of foolishness and cuddling and really building a connection?
but he refused to compromise. He refused. And that girl was thirsty. That girl was like, please give it to me.
The reason why he refuses because he knows that he want to marry Shanique. He just don't want to marry her today.
That
And I'm
that.
sure he got a whole good ass family that when he can't they we looking at a a little something.
Mhm.
But these don't look like dusty black people.
No.
And Madeline Lush, she comes straight out of a trailer
Oh
park.
my gosh.
That's
Yeah.
somebody trailer park boo.
Yeah. She's like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
She worked down
Hmm.
to the bar.
She did. She did.
Yeah, like no,
Hmm.
no. You think that
Hmm.
he know what his good black mama gonna say when he bring home the girl? Like he really know. He know what it is. He know what it is. You ain't gonna. We doing this and it's enough. My family don't certain shit that I can't even show my family.
Hmm. That's true. That part. Oh man, goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, this was a good show, though. You can agree on that one, no?
An amazing show. An amazing show.
It
Well
was
put together.
well put together for sure. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
This reunion finna be interesting.
It's gonna be. But what are you doing at 10? What you live? You're on Eastern time, no?
Yeah,
Because you live in New York City.
yeah. So what?
So,
I should probably be trying to watch Ready to Love right now since they
oh,
ain't show it
is it
early. It's eight
okay?
15.
Oh yeah, yeah, we can watch it. But also, I want you, my friend, official Bunny. She did. We did with her the Young Famous and African.
Okay.
And can you come back at 10?
Yeah, I could come back at 10.
Okay,
We should probably
I'll
stop
send you
this
the
so
link.
that we can figure out what these buffoons doing down to the Ready to the Love.
Listen, listen to this one. Yeah, yeah, and then also look at this one. Let me show you the picture. Let me show you. Oh, I did not. I didn't. Did I upload it over here? I'm gonna send it to you because Boss Lady is doing things on this social media
Well,
stream.
I promise you, we need to do some reviews on some of these movies that Bow was in. Cause there's a movie Bow was in that I have watched. I'll be right there on Africa watching Nollywood.
All right, you come back at 10. I'm gonna send you the link and then we can chit
All
chat.
right, and don't we
All
have
right.
some place at 9 o'clock? We got some place to be too.
Yes. Actually, what's her name? Actually,
Actually, Aubrey.
she has interview with Aisha.
Child, I would come, but if my
I'll
good
be
sis
that.
from the BX, if my good sis from the
Okay,
BS
Ellen.
start trying to do the poetry, I'm not there
Ellen
for the
is
spoken
asking you.
word.
Ellen is asking you. Do you watch Top Boy? What's
No, I
Top Boy?
haven't watched Top Boy. I should, but I
What
haven't watched it.
What's Top Boy?
Top Boy is like a British gangster flick, kind of like a British Wire.
Oh,
One of my business
oh,
partners is married to, she met and married a Jamaican Brit.
oh!
Now
I
she's
see.
like, oh, I totally understand this whole Top Boy thing, and I'm like, girl. All right, let's go watch the people then ready to
Okay.
love.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Mwah!
Come back
Bye,
at 10.
folks.
Love, love, love. Come back at 10.
All
We're
right,
good.
see you then.
All right. See ya. Bye
Bye.
bye.